The road that leads absolutely nowhere. G'day guys, we're in the heart of my hometown, Christchurch, New Zealand, and we're in the heart of the city. A lot going on here today guys. Everyone out in the sunshine enjoying themselves. Well, what would you think if I took you only 2 kilometres from here and we went to what we call the red zone in Christchurch? Now the red zone is where they can't build houses anymore, and we've had whole suburbs just taken away basically. So we've gone from complete neighbourhoods to absolutely nothing. So come for a ride guys, and I'll take you to the red zone and you can see for yourself. Same as usual guys, if you like my videos, remember to subscribe, drop me a like, drop me a comment, come say good day in the comments below, and let's get into it, eh? So my friends, today I'm going to take you on a tour through the red zone of Christchurch, New Zealand. Now the red zone in Christchurch, if you don't know, is where it's too dangerous to build anymore. Like if we get another earthquake, just any sort of like a vibration, unless we put really deep foundations, the houses are just going to fall over. So what basically happened after the earthquake, all this area around here was actually residential, because we're only about 2 kilometres out of the CBD here, and all water and sand started bubbling out of the ground through the roads and everything, basically demolished every like second building in the street. And these streets around here were blocked off for 2 or 3 weeks. You didn't even have any access to get into them. People were evacuated from all around these areas, and 12 years later, this is what it looks like guys. We've had whole suburbs that have just been wiped out. Anyway guys, same as usual, if you like my videos, remember to subscribe, drop me a like, drop me a comment, tell me in the comments below if there's anything you'd like to have a look at in New Zealand, and Pete will do his best to do it for you. Anyway guys, let's get on with it. So my friends, we've come about 2 k's out of the central Christchurch, and we are now in like the red zone. That's the zone where you can't really build anymore after the earthquakes, and it's basically turned into a gigantic park guys. Now we're not that far out of the CBD guys. As you can see here, we've got a built up area this side here. Now we're on the side of the Avon River. As you can see, we've got the Port Hills down that direction, and we've got more built up over this side. But if we turn right round like this, we have the Avon River here. We have Avonside Drive here. We go from one side of the river to the other side of the river, and the landscape completely changes. We go from a bustling inner city suburb basically to absolutely nothing. That was the effect of the earthquake my friends. All this land around here had liquefaction on it, and liquefaction is when basically the ground shakes that much and it's full of water, that all the water comes to the top, and it's just like a big marsh. It just sinks in the sand. All the buildings basically fell over. We had geysers coming up out of the streets here. See this guys, this has all been replanted on land that is now not fit for basically anything. It's hard to imagine, like I said before, but this used to be an inner city suburb. There used to be hundreds of houses around here. So we'll go and have a look and see what's there now. Now this has all been replanted since the earthquakes of course. All new bridges across the Avon River, because all these were destroyed in the earthquake. We now have like memorial gardens in here. A few people lost their lives around here when all the buildings collapsed of course. Now if we have a wander around, and it's really strange guys, one side of the Avon River on that side, it was affected, but it wasn't affected nearly as much as what it was on this side, because it's totally destroyed the buildings on this side of the river, which is absolutely crazy. But look what we've got here now. Isn't that awesome? Beautiful little parks, toilets, shelters, you have a barbecue, and this is right in the central city guys. It's absolutely unbelievable, but it just shows you the power of nature. It's absolutely crazy. Now this is not just one street and one suburb my friends, this is entire blocks that got flattened. Absolutely unbelievable. And this is what we're left with. There we've got about 4 blocks this side, and then if we look across the road there we get some more. It just looks like we're in the middle of fields, we're actually in the middle of Christchurch. It's absolutely crazy. It's amazing how our city landscape changed in about 30 seconds. And I was here in the earthquakes, and this was like a bomb site in here, guys. You couldn't even get road access in here for about a week. It was absolutely terrible. It's quite hard to believe that we're actually walking around what used to be people's backyards. I mean, people used to have their garages here and their outdoor entertainment areas and swimming pools and all sorts of stuff. The actual trees that are here, guys, if we have a look at some of these trees were actually in people's backyards, which is quite hard to believe. Any tree that survived was basically left, and they demolished all the buildings around it. And basically all the trees you see here were once in people's backyards. Isn't that amazing? Still gives me the chills walking around here, my friends, knowing what happened here, and you would never know it if you didn't know what I was talking about. You can still see here, if we have a look here, this is one of the old roads that used to go to people's houses. And as you can see here, my friends, we still all have the service boxes here. Service box there, service box over there, service box there, service box over there. For all the houses that used to be in here. This used to be a cul-de-sac. Hard to believe, isn't it? And as far as you can see, there's nothing basically. You can see that the road is completely roped off, my friends. See that there? You can no longer drive down here. And if we look across the road, we've got exactly the same thing again. This goes for miles. Now this road here is actually a brand new road that they've put in. So if we cross the road, we go into another suburb, which is exactly the same thing, which is the red zone again. Once again, she's all roped off, as you can see. As far as the eye can see, we've got what looks like parks, but this used to be people's backyards, guys. See these cherry trees here, my friends? These also used to be in someone's backyard. It's quite hard to comprehend, really. Well, I think it is. It looks like we're in the middle of a forest. We're in the middle of the scrub somewhere, but we're in central Christchurch. You see another road over there. There's another suburb behind that, which is exactly the same as this one. Hundreds of houses just been wiped off the face of the earth. Check it out, guys. Check it out. The roads that lead to nowhere. Entire suburbs just gone. The land is just too dangerous to put buildings on. So this is what I'm trying to show. And here we're coming out onto another road, my friends. I've basically walked through a whole neighbourhood, and here we go again. The road that leads absolutely nowhere. Look at that. What a waste. Once again, we're at the side of the Avon River here. Further down the river, you can see on the other side of the river here, it's really badly affected as well. So we've not only got one side, further you go down the river, we've got the other side affected as well. That was another complete suburb over there. Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Look at that. All you can see is trees. In the middle of the city. Crazy or what? Of course, you can see these roads are not maintained anymore. There's no point maintaining them. Basically nobody uses them, because this area is basically left to go back to bush. But it's still gorgeous, isn't it? Just look around you. You would never think that this could be the scene of so much chaos and heartbreak. But trust me, guys, I was there, and it was. I remember looking up at the lampposts on the side of the road. I was driving at the time of the second quake, and it looked to me like the lampposts were almost touching the ground, the top of them, and they were swaying up and down, and you could actually see the road going like this, great big dives and up and down and up and down. It was absolutely spooky, guys. You had nowhere to run, and you didn't know what the hell to do. Once again, across the river there, guys, see another road going to nowhere, into another street of another suburb. Crazy. Full of birds, full of fish, full of nature again. If you don't know what the red zone is, guys, it's where you can't really build buildings anymore unless you have some really superior foundations. So what they've basically done is they've taken whole suburbs basically and just knocked them over and let it go back to bush. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the little look around. Remember to like and subscribe if you like what I'm doing. Check up there either side and I can put a different sort of video up there for you to have a look at about New Zealand as well. And we'll see you next time, eh? Bye.